You're watching Cheery TV.
Howdy everybody, and welcome back to Stranded Deep in Conversation. This episode's gonna be 39 minutes and 20 seconds long, and the reason I know that is because I played the game before I did this. But that's actually a lie, because I did this thing. I'm an idiot, alright? I had an entire 40-minute, really nice, really positive, really just cool conversation with you guys, and I'm mad now because I thought I was doing this correctly. I thought I had set it up in OBS where I had multiple tracks for my audio stuff, so I have the one audio for my mic and the one for the desktop, and it was all going to work perfectly. But apparently I didn't set it up to the point where OBS would record the different tracks. They're only recorded the first one. So that's why you can hear the audio of Stranded Deep just fine, but you don't hear anything else except for me talking right now, because I'm supposed to be talking a different me, but it's not because I fucked it up. I thought I could be cool and quirky on my last episode of this series, thinking, hey, what if I just try messing with the settings and stuff? Like actually try to make this stuff work better. I'm an idiot. I'm an actual fucking idiot, because I did the only step that I forgot to do. Where is it? I literally forgot one step, and that was to make sure that the audio would freaking pick up for everything. Like it would stream all the output to my audio tracks for recording. Now I have it clicked and applied. So now next time I want to do it, it'll work great. But I'm really upset. I had a really nice conversation with you guys, but that is stranded to the depths of time and space. Well, howdy everybody. And you're also going to notice that I was playing the game and talking because of how much I'm just jumping around and doing nothing for a good chunk of this. So, yeah, all this to say, hi everyone, howdy, and welcome to the final episode of Stranded Deep in Conversation, at least for this season, not the series. We're not done. I went into very good detail about how I was not done, and I had other plans and other ideas, and I guess I will now spit them out to you again. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm mad at me, but it sounds like I'm mad at you guys, but I'm not. Again, I'm mad at me. That's the thing that happens here, right? Because listen, I said goodbye. I made proper goodbyes to the world. I said goodbye to Mr. Slinky. I mentioned that Mr. Slinky had a name this entire time. He's the snake on my watchtower, and I don't actually bring Mr. Slinky on the plane with me because I don't want him to accidentally get hit by the plane and explode and me be really sad, which then made me think, hey, maybe I should take him. But then I was like, you know what, no, he's been watching for this long, he can watch for a bit longer. I remember that exact freaking conversation that you'll never actually be able to hear, so what's the point of me saying it again? I don't know. It's not like it was funny, so it's not like I'm repeating a joke. It was just me being stupid. I'm so upset. I thought I was cool, I thought I had a good idea, but you know what? We're not here to be upset, right? Because first of all, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I know it just happened yesterday. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, those who celebrate. And if not, I hope you had a good fourth Thursday of your November. It's already almost December, which is kind of insane. So that's going to be pretty cool, pretty fun. And right around here, I remember saying, hey, this is me getting into Mr. Slinky as well, but I also talked about how I didn't even get to make the intro for the series before I had to inevitably end it for the time being, for a short period, because I was like, oh man, yeah, it's over. I was going to make because for those of you who don't know, 12 Days of Curious is coming up, and I was going to, during the time of break, because usually when that happens, I take a smallish break until the 12 Days of Curious begin for December. And during that time, I was going to make little intros for all the series that I had. But I don't have to do it for this one, which is a shame, because this is a really nice series. But again, it's not like it's over. It's not like it's going away. It's just going to be kind of changing a little bit. And I don't exactly know how it's changing, but I know it's not going to change too much right now. It's really... this series is going to pop back up a lot sooner than you would imagine, just because I have a lot of things I like to talk about, and I'm not just going to not talk about them until the end of time. I'm not going to... It's not like Table for One, where I'm going to sit there for almost a year and not do it. It's like I'm going to do this pretty... if anything, by January, it's going to come back. So it's not going to be a long break. Around here is where I was telling you guys about how I didn't even realize there was a story, and most of the game I played was spent trying to figure out how this stupid map worked. Like, I had pages of written maps and like written compasses and like plots figured out of how to figure out where I was in the world, only for me to realize that the red dot was literally, the red circle was telling me where I was. I thought the red circle was always pointed towards whichever my home island was. Apparently it was just whichever island I was on. So for a long time there, I was just fucking chasing Moby Dick, which I don't think, did he exist? I never read Moby Dick. I don't know, but I was chasing something that wasn't even there to begin with. So I mean, I was an idiot. But so it makes sense that the series is finally ending because it should have ended like 70 episodes ago. But hey, it is what it is. But again, it's not the series, it's the season, because I want to keep talking to you guys. I love talking, and I love having you guys listen. I just don't know exactly where it's going to go. I don't know how the approach is going to be. The general idea, I have two ideas for this, right? I'm still peeved. I talked about this so well and in depth and properly, but it's not like in depth. In depth is a strong word. I talked about it to you guys before, but now I have to talk about it again, and I feel like I'm just reiterating the same points, and I'm feeling stupid because I'm like, you guys already know what I'm talking about. You heard it already. No, you didn't. I'm an idiot. I'm I am up the set spaghetti time. That's all I have to say. But yeah. Happy freaking Thanksgiving. What am I talking about? I'm so freaking scatterbrained right now. I've screwed myself. I really thought I had a good idea. I was like, oh man, I thought it would at least record me talking, and I guess I had to play Stranded Deep again or something. That would have been fine. That would have been so fine. Or like the audio for Stranded Deep wouldn't be there. I was okay with that. No, I got rid of me talking, which is a shame, but hey, you know, we're here. Because again, that's what this series has always been about, and that's why I'm okay with it no longer being centered around Stranded Deep. It's really just been me talking to you guys. That's all this series is. I've always wanted a reason to sit down for like almost an hour and ramble to you guys. This was always sort of the podcast of my channel here. And the reason that I wanted to do this for so long is because I always like things to talk about. I like talking. And, you know, I always kind of wanted this to be like a podcasty sort of thing. So again, whatever goes on in the interim isn't all that important, you know? And this was one of the series that I had wanted to do from the very beginning, alongside like the Table for One and stuff like that. However, I didn't, because I was, you know, like, oh man, the quality is going to be so terrible. Like, if I'm going to be doing an audio-based show, I should have at least a decent microphone. So I started, actually, around Thanksgiving, recording my, like, I'm thankful for, like, what I'm thankful for. Like, it was gonna be my first episode of Stranded Deep. It was going to be what I was thankful for. And I was like, that'd be nice. That'd be a good idea. And I stopped halfway through recording it, thinking this is going to be terrible. The audio is going to be all disgusting. And because I still had my, like, headset mic on. So was it just a natural disaster? It was terrible. It was terrible audio, but I just pushed myself away from it because I was like, man, no one's gonna want to listen to this. So what's the point of even putting it out? And it was pretty fair. But then I still went around and did it anyway with that horrible audio. Come April, when I talked about Lola, because that was the first episode of this series. For those of you who don't know, I was talking about my guinea pig who had just passed away. I think the day before. The video of recording it. I had a lot on my mind. I had a lot on my plate that I just really needed to vent somewhere. So I said, hey, might as well be here doing this thing that I wanted to do. And honestly, I'm very happy that I did that in hindsight. Not necessarily because all my raw emotions are just sitting there on a plate for you guys to look at, but mainly just because it finally opened the door to playing this game. And finally doing the series that I've been holding back for like 5 months. So, you know, pretty dang cool. Pretty nice stuff. I'm really happy about it. Obviously not happy with the, circumstances, but, you know, ultimately pretty cool. So here is where I finally start to make the voyage to the island with the aircraft carrier on it. And I forget over here, fuck that crab, by the way, I said that, so I might as well say it here. I forgot to say goodbye to the ant house, which was still one of my favorite jokes of the series, that I set up very late, and I've only really looked at like twice, so the payoff was not really there. But basically, it's that house right over there, for those of you who don't know. and I retitled, like, there's a little like name tag maker in the game, and I renamed every part of the house to say something sort of like answering your skin. Answering your skin. There's bugs crawling and eating you in your inside of you. Get them out, get them out, get them out. And I just thought it'd be really funny, because then for people who were watching and didn't know I did that, they were just like walk by it, and I'd walk by it, and they'd be like, "What the fuck? What the fuck was that? What did I say?" And I would just terrify people. But I only really looked at it like twice, and not for very long. So, and there was a whole episode dedicated to the joke being built. It's not like I did that off screen. So pretty much anyone who would have been watching it at that point was very, very in on it. So hey, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I thought that was one of my favorite jokes I did with the series. And yeah, I didn't actually give it a proper goodbye like I meant to. So whoopsie doopsie, you know, I kind of forget everything in the moment, like I am right now. I did, however, make a very keen point to talk about a thing that I was gonna do. Why am I saying like rhythmically? What I was gonna do was this thing about what Stranded Deep. I was gonna stop it in the last year, which is true. Last year I was gonna stop the series. Oh, I was gonna stop at episode 100 whenever that would hit. Which it did already hit. That hit with the senses, like the that talks about the senses. And then after episode 100, I was going to switch entirely, like hard pivot the show into a live action sort of talk showy sort of thing. It was going to be called the Tate Night Talk Show, which I still think is a fantastic idea, and it still might be what precedes this series, but ultimately is literally going to be the exact same thing I do here, except no video game, just me at a camera, at a desk, and I'm just going to talk for a bit. And, you know, it's going to be cool. You know, it's going to have, like, sound effects. I was going to get a Go XLR thing that, like, has all the little sound effect buttons. I was going to have that. So that way, you know, it would be fucking hilarious. It would just be really stupid. I can just, like, put little laugh tracks up. I still want to do that. I still think that'd be a really freaking funny thing to do. And I still like that. I still like the whole concept of the Tate Night Talk Show. Because what I was also going to do with it is I was going to have all those little segments that I introduced sort of scattered throughout the series. Like, when I first started Stranded Deep, one of the main little bits I did was, like, this versus that, you know, or something like that. Where it was, like, would this TV show, do I like this TV show or this TV show? Do I like this item or this item? Do I like this character or this character? Who would win? Who would win in a fight? Who would do this? Who would do that? I only did it for like a couple episodes, and it wasn't like a big series plot point, but it was just fun, and I liked those little segments in between. And This Week in Retail was obviously a really, really big segment for the show that I still do enjoy talking about and want to bring it back. I guess it took up so much of the episode, but at this point, I don't know, most of the episode's just a bunch of bullshit anyway, so it all kind of works out. I can't find my phone. I was gonna read to you one of the other segment ideas. There it is. Found it, guys, don't worry. Found the phone. Yeah, this was very professional and, like, proper when I did it the first time. Hi, everyone. It's me now. I'm the problem. It's me. Did I say that already? Was that in the last recording? I don't remember. I made that joke somewhere, and you either heard it for the second time now or the first time now. Deal with it. But one of the ideas I had as a topic, as like a sort of segment, was I was going to go into the most basic of internet and gaming news, but I was going to put it into a song over the banjo, and I was going to call it just Banjo Gaming News. Where I would literally, because that was back when I was really trying to get into banjo, and I would just fucking do a quick little, like, minute riff of just shit and talking about what was going on in the banjo world. As if I was gonna get that good at banjo suddenly and out of nowhere, you know, like, I don't know what I was thinking. And it's weird, and I notice this now. I talked about that on December 4th of 2023. I didn't get my banjo until Christmas that year. So how did I talk about Banjo Gaming News as if I got the banjo already? Because I didn't. I didn't have a banjo, and I wasn't planning on getting one either. So I don't know where I figured that out. I don't understand how that came to fruition. That's crazy. That's really weird. Yeah, it was literally just going to be me talking like how I do here. Because again, that's the main selling point of this series. It's never about Stranded Deep. Even though it is a really fun game to play, all things considered. Kind of bare bones, but still a pretty nice, pretty fun, pretty chillax game. One that you can really just do this just talk over for a while. Um, it was cool. It was never the main focal point of the series. At least I don't think of it as that. But hey, maybe some people do. I don't know. But either way, it's always mainly about me talking. So it doesn't have to have a game in between. Honestly, it really shouldn't have a game in between. But I just like talking and playing games. So but that's what stream's for now. Now that I stream, I kind of don't really need to do it as a game. Honestly, one could argue I don't need to do it at all. But I like it. I like talking. I like talking to myself. I like talking to you guys, but I like talking to myself as well. Nice little balance. So it all kind of works out. And the main reason I never did take Night Talk Show immediately after is because I didn't. The main plan was to use like this desk, my main desk, as the big desk, and I was gonna like have a camera pointed at me, and I was gonna like, do all the little bits and shit, and have the desk as like my desk, and there wasn't gonna be anything on it. So what I was gonna take everything off of my desk, record, hope that the camera gets to a good spot, put everything back on. It was just a lot of extra hassle that didn't need to be there, so I didn't do it. But now I have like a sort of really shitty small table thing that I think could probably work to be like a tiny desk. If I lean or like sit on the floor or like on a beanbag chair, I could probably make that work as a desk, and I feel like that would be pretty funny. And I could probably do that. So I'm thinking about it. I really am thinking about making that the next thing. However, if I don't get it figured out in enough time, I am just gonna pivot back to video games for the time being, because I want to keep talking. I don't want this series to go away forever. For like Table for One, I don't want it to go away for like a whole year. I will probably send it its regards until January though, so I have like a month, because again, 12 Days of Christmas is coming up, so I'm not going to be doing this for a couple weeks, and then I'm probably not going to fill a couple episodes of 12 Days of Christmas with this, so we'll see. But I kind of know it. I don't really want to, so we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. Either way, I'm excited. I am very excited to keep it going. I know I don't sound excited, but it's just I'm exhausted. I was pretty tired before, but I'm tired now, because this I also talked about today. Well, it was Thanksgiving. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, so I had a lot of good food, and I feel really sick. And I'm going to be going Black Friday shopping today, so I don't know how the hell that's going to go. It's going to be a nightmare. But yeah, I was up pretty late with my sisters because we were just talking and playing board games. We were playing Calico, which is a game I played on the channel before, I think. I'm like 80% sure I did. And it's a lot of fun. It's like just, you just build patterns on a quilt, and you get cats to sit on it, and you put buttons on it and shit. And it's a really fun idea. It's a really silly, small, but like, it's a game where the first half of it, you're just placing tiles on your board. You're like, this is cute. And in the second half, you are absolutely hating yourself for every single placement you did in the beginning of the game, because it's drastically impeded your chances of success, because you didn't take it seriously before. And the thing is, though, I still lost, even though I was pretty on point. I was trying my damnedest, because one of the things you can do in the game is you can like build your quilt spots, like your patches, around a certain objective marker, and if you complete that objective with those patches, you get points. And I played for one of those, like the big one, pretty early on, but I couldn't get the last piece I needed, because how it works is you draw tiles out of the bag, and it's random. So I couldn't get the damn piece I needed until like the very end of the game, where it only showed up from my sisters, so I never actually got the damn piece, so I had to just compromise, which made me lose the game. I would have tied for first if I got the piece I needed, but I never did. My sisters got it, so bah humbug to me. So I lost, which is fine. I'm okay with losing the game, but I just like playing the fucking board games, man. Board games, I still think, are the superior medium. I know video games are a lot more immersive. They're a lot easier to start and easier to get into, but board games are just so fun. Like it's weird that the time investment almost serves as an upside for me, because by the time you're done playing the game, and by the time you're like playing it, and by the time you finish it, you really feel like you've gone through an experience, you know? Like with video games, especially now, like whenever I play one, I'm just like, yeah, that was fun, and I forget all about it. But I'll probably remember this game of Calico for at least a little while until we play it again. And it's nice that way. Because if you ask me what I did the last time I played Stranded Deep, I have no idea. I don't remember. If I told you the last time I played frickin' Frostpunk, I'll at least tell you how long. That was a really big experience. Again, the game is... it's weird. I don't understand exactly how it works in my brain. But it's just... I don't know. I feel like board games are just more... They stick with me more. Because it's a bigger experience. Games that are bigger experiences mean better to me. The last time I played CSGO, can't remember at all what happened. Last time I played frickin' Streets of Rogue, can't tell you what happened. Last time I played anything, Slay the Spire, I can't even tell you what happened. I won, that's all I can remember. But I can't remember the journey. Calico, I can remember the journey. War Games, I remember the journey. Turing Test, we just played Turing Test, I remember that journey. It was freaking awesome, it was an easy breeze. Oh, God, I love board games. Board games are just awesome. I don't remember what, I think I'm set up with a Ticket to Ride tomorrow, which is gonna be fun. I really do like Ticket to Ride. I was hoping to like stream on Saturday. I don't think I'm gonna be able to because I couldn't stream the other day. My head was fucking killing me, and other ailments. But you know, it was a wild thing. But yeah, you know, it was wild. But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to stream because I'm gonna have to do all the table for one stuff before I go to work. Again, horrible at time management. But let's watch this, guys. Look, check this shit out. I'm about to put the water in, and it's pretty crazy. I'm sure I was talking about something really sentimental and cool, but we'll check this shit out. Water in the thing. Watch what happens. You ready for this shit? I don't think you're ready. Goes away. Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that just wild? Like, oh, and now there's music. This is so cool. Like, that never happens. What? Dude, say more. Say more, say more. Come on, Wally. I think it's done. Yeah, I think it's done. We should leave. You know where we get to go? We get to go home. Yay, home. But I don't go home because I was in the middle of talking. So I guess I can still talk for a little bit. I still have some time on my hands. Yeah. I mean, this is goodbye to the game. I don't think I'm going to play it again properly for the series. Stranded Deep 2 is coming out eventually. Like, I've gotten like news things on Steam that like they're working on a second one. I don't know why they would be, but cool, I guess. You know, it's been a long ass time, a bit unnecessary for this game to have a sequel. But hey, if they make it fun and they have a fun time making it, why should I complain? You know, but. Also, oh yeah, it gets too dark, so I guess screw it. I'm gonna do it in the when I will go to bed. So I actually have some time to kill before this plane gets moving. Spoiler alert: it moves. I am pooped. Let me tell you, I'm really upset that it didn't work. I could be in bed right now. Like I would have I would have worked. I would have been like sweet, and then I would have saved it and uploaded it, and it would have been fucking fine. But now I'm here. Still talking. still talking. I don't mind. I like talking. I could talk until the freaking sun comes up, but I just would like some sleep. I'm horrible with sleep. And again, I say again as if I've talked about it to you guys already. I might have talked about it. I might have talked about it over there. I don't remember in the beyond time. In the world lost to my stupidity. But I went to bed. I stayed up like all night last Monday. Solely so I could have a proper sleep schedule again. And clearly that's not going very well. So, great on me, y'all. It's really cool. Really nice stuff. Man. I don't know what else to talk about. I had a lot of this was like sort of slowly flushed out throughout the thing talking. Because I was thinking about it while talking to you guys. But now the plan's already kind of in my brain, so it's like I don't have much else to say. So I'm not just gonna shut up and have you guys watch 15 minutes of darkness. I could do that, but I'm not gonna do that because that would be messed up. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. Well, I mean, there's some bits that I wanted to talk about on this channel. I still haven't gotten to talk about just yet. Yeah. Oh, this is a great one. This is a great thing to talk about. I don't understand why. I think it's really funny. I think it's a really funny bit that I don't think they did intentionally. But I love the idea that the guy who gets stranded on desert islands is allergic to coconuts, or just for whatever reason just shits his brains out when he eats coconuts. I think that's hilarious. Like the dude needs to eat. He eats a coconut. That's the only thing he sees, and then he just can't help but projectile vomit all over the place. I think that's the funniest thing for someone to have to deal with on a desert island. Like, imagine somebody stranded in like a cellar, like an atomic bomb goes off, and they ran into their like cellar to like for safety, and they get down there, and they stocked it with corn, like cans of corn, and like, oh, this is great. I got corn to last me 4 months. And they take one, they crack open the can, they take a bite, and they start breaking out into hives. I just think that'd be fucking hilarious, you know? It's like that scene, I don't remember what movie or show or whatever it was from, but like the guy like going to read his book, but he dropped his glasses, and it was the end of the world, he was all alone or something, and like he wanted to go like read, but he broke his glasses, so he couldn't actually read. And that was the only thing he had left, so he just lost the only thing he had to do with his life. That's basically this guy. If he didn't obviously have other methods of food, which is a shame. If he only had coconuts, that'd be like a really great SNL skit. You know, it's just guy who's stranded, can't eat the pineapples and the coconuts because he's just deathly allergic to it. I feel like that's just really funny. I like that bit. I like that idea. So no one steal it. It's my idea. It's my bit. If I ever do live action skits, it's gonna be a thing. I actually have a live action skit that I want to do for this channel, but I just haven't done it because I'm lazy and I don't know how to do it. But eventually, probably. I still have the idea. I actually have it currently prepped. The idea is currently prepped. I just need to figure out how to like script and do stuff. Quite like how I talked about the lost media, you know, I'm farting throughout this thing, by the way. I don't know if it's picking up. I had a lot of mac and cheese. I had a lot of food, so there's a lot of gas and buildup that's happening. So if you hear me farting, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm a mess. Man, it was great. It was a really good Thanksgiving. I know no one asked, but I mean, no one can ask because I'm alone in my room right now. But it was good. I had a really good time. So I'm looking forward to it. Next year. I'm looking forward to Christmas. I really am. I just like spending time with my family. And holidays are pretty good times to do that. Because it comes with rewards. It's just nice. It's just cool. I enjoy it. Hope you guys, those who celebrate, had a good one. I don't know how many people who watch this would celebrate, because I know at least some of the more frequent viewers are not from America, which is a bit of a surprise to me. But hey, you know, it is what it is for everybody. You know, eat what you want, reap what you sow, you know. That doesn't make any sense for what I'm talking about, but listen, man, I'm tired, so can we just be okay with it? Obviously, this is only my fault. You know, if I planned even a moment more ahead, I would have had this done days ago, because I knew I would be so busy during these next couple days. But I am an idiot, and also, this is something I talked about before, or was it now? I don't remember, but I feel like some of my best work is last minute. Like, when I'm gonna go off of the exact same story that I'm pretty sure I talked about in the one that doesn't exist anymore, the recording. But if I talked about it here, I'm going to talk about it the exact-ish same way again. So I'm sorry. But with the Retro Bowl, right? Last week's Retro Bowl was one of my favorite Retro Bowls that I did for this channel. Because, I guess in general, because I thought it was so fucking funny. Because the week before that was one that I wasn't super big fan of, because I gave myself very little time to work on it. Like, I'm talking like, again, there's a difference between saving things for the last minute and just giving yourself an unreasonable amount of time to do it. Like, if I save like Retro Bowl for the last minute, which I usually do, I still give myself like a few hours to figure it out, so it was pretty good. That one I had like under an hour to get figured out, so things were all over the place. They were talking over each other a ton more than usual, and I was pretty upset about it. I was like, yeah, it's still kind of funny to me, so we're gonna run it. And someone commented, hey, if they just weren't talking over each other the entire time, might be more interesting, might be more entertaining. And I agreed completely, but I didn't say anything until the Sunday when I was going to record, and I was like, okay, let me just respond to these comments to get them out of the way. And I saw that comment still, and I was like, oh yeah, don't worry, they're going to go take speech therapy classes, they're going to be really better this time. And I had an entirely different joke lined up for that day's Retro Bowl, for them to talk about and do. But the moment I commented that, I had the idea of what if they actually like did speech therapy class, or like communication classes and stuff, like couples communication classes and shit. And so I ran with it, and I was like, okay, yeah, they took a speech therapy, they took like a couples therapy class. They're gonna be talking to each other. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be hilarious. And I just played it off as if they did that, and I thought it was really fucking funny. And that idea wouldn't have come to happen if I saved it for last minute at all. You know, if I didn't save it for last minute. Because if I did it even a day more in advance, I wouldn't have had the idea. And I would have done the other idea, which I'm still going to do. It's still another good idea. But this one just made so much more sense. It was so much more funny in the moment. But here we are. This is the end of the game. All that sort just to show that I am okay with doing things last minute. As long as I actually do it reasonably last minute. And not like this, where it's like, oh, dear Lord, we have like no time. But here I am, expending another 40 minutes of my life to this. I was gonna go to bed. I was gonna be in bed before like 1:30. Oh, what a dream. What a time to be alive. But hey, you know what? Now we get to fly the plane, baby. We get to start the engine. Oh yeah, this is me. I was gonna be like, are we gonna fly right into the freaking to the ship, because we're not really aimed the right way. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, why are we starting it? We're gonna crash and die immediately. That's gonna be pretty fucking funny. But obviously they planned for that, so we get to now do this, which is the was it close the car? Yeah, I didn't realize that the thing was closed. I still didn't realize that. Now that I already knew it happened, I forgot that was a thing that happened. So that's pretty funny. But then here comes this part where we get to, what is it called? Yeah, engage rail. Which apparently is just, I can no-hand... Oh, I touch the thing, and then I can just no-hand turn the fucking plane into the exact angle that it needs to be. I don't have to flick a lever to make it stop. It just does it. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense at all. And then I engage in the engine and stuff, or throttle the engine, and then I just start violently shaking like I'm about to shit my pants, and I'm just like, what the hell is like, clearly this isn't the plane. The rubber duck is perfectly still, so this is completely fine. Whatever's going on is solely in my body, and I launch the plane, and I sail on, and I'm about to fucking crash. I'm like, oh my god, can I just steer this thing? Nope. Guy's just an idiot and doesn't know how to fly a plane, which makes sense, because who told him to fly a plane? Nobody. Like, that's stupid and just ridiculous. But yeah, it's, you know, it's a nice little send-off. We fly by an island that means nothing to us, and we say goodbye to Stranded Deep, everybody. It's kind of crazy to consider that it is over, but it is, in fact, over. Oh, well, not really. We still have, like, 7 minutes to talk through, but as you can see here, right, really, really, again, nice ending. Pretty solid ending, but it gets better because check this shit out, alright? You're not ready for this one. I wasn't ready for it. It's a mind freak. It's like a freaking M. Night Shyamalan plot twist. 3 hours later, this guy's flown for 3 hours in one direction, and he's still in the water. Not an island in sight. And I get an achievement for escaping without the compass. And I don't know what they're talking about, because you saw me in this very episode using the compass to figure out where the hell I was. There's my mouse checking my achievements because I didn't believe it. But yeah, apparently it thought I didn't use the compass. But check this shit out, yo. You look at what we find here. Not only one giant building, but it's actually insane. Oh, no, it's a plane. Haha. And now we're pivoted into that other plane where, hey, look, it's the same situation from the beginning of the game. It's crazy, right? It's all like one big loop, a never-ending loop. But what confuses me, now that I've already seen this happen, by the way, title card's about to happen in any second now. He's going to fly out of the ship and go, oh, wow, Stranded Deep. But the thing that confuses me, he flew that plane for, I took a screenshot. I made a joke that the screenshot would keep the wiggle effect that I like about what's happening here. It was funny in the moment, trust me. But 3 hours of flying, and they crash into this plane. They're not going to crash into any of the same islands, so it's not like it's a complete loop, because eventually they're going to get closer to the shore, and there's going to be nothing to crash land into, you know, except like a building or like a land where it's easy to fix. You know, like, this isn't going to be a problem in a couple of ships. Like, it's supposed to be like a never-ending loop, but unless I just flew circles around the freaking islands for 3 hours, I really don't think that was an issue. But what the hell do I know, you know? It's weird, but either way, that is the end of the game, and I do really like the game. Oh, here, hold on. Actually, there is gonna be a part of the credits that I'm gonna mention in a second. I feel like I'm doing like director's commentary, which is pretty funny. Where is it? Come on. Okay, maybe it's a little later. When it comes in, I'm sure I'll remember. But yeah, it was a good game overall. It was pretty nice. But again, that's not what the series is about. The series is about me having a nice little chat, having a good time. Here it comes. Check this shit out, right? No audio. Don't talk to me about audio. Here, right here. Special thanks. There's some more names, and then YouTubers and streamers: PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Generic B, and Flip Switch. Where's me? Alright, I've done this series for 2.5 years. I deserve to be on that list. And then I said a thing that I didn't really feel good about saying, but I'm going to say it again anyway. 3 people that everyone knows and 2 people that some people know. Why can't they have 1 person that nobody knows on this list? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I felt rude saying it because I feel like those other 2, Generic B and Flip Switch, are really good channels, I'm sure. But I downgraded them like an asshole, and I really don't understand why. But I did it again because I'm just making my case. I feel like, no one really knows who I am, but I feel like I belong there, and it would be a really great spot for me to be. So if you could put me on there soon, game, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, so now I should have the audio properly set up on OBS to record the correct tracks. I don't know why it gives you the option to put things on different tracks if it's not just going to automatically set to record those tracks. That's stupid, and it's dumb. But hey, we're here now. I have it figured out. So now for future reference, all my other stuff is going to be a whole lot better because I can just fix the audio post-mortem. Not post-mortem is the wrong word, but post-production, I can mess with the audio a whole bunch more, which is fantastic. And hopefully I can figure out how to do that with like the camera too. Because sometimes the camera gets in the way, and I could just pivot it to like a different corner, but I can't do that unless I do it in the moment. So I have no idea. Sometimes I just forget, and I can't do it, and I feel bad, but nothing I can really do about it. Here I go to try to play the game again to see what happens, and you'll be surprised to find out that something happens. Something does happen, as a matter of fact, when you go back. I won't spoil it, but yeah. So either way, I'm slowly sinking into my chair, so you guys probably aren't having the best time hearing me right now, and I apologize for that. But again, kind of tired. There we go. See, there I am, and there's the ship. It gets probably back to that save point that I made. So really nothing special. I send Wally on his way. I just knocked something over. I don't know what it was. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, it's Butterfree. Butterfree, you okay? I'm just grabbing you like a maniac. Okay, let me stand up. Let me get back up out of my chair. There we go. Alright. Butterfree. Oh, I knocked out their head. Holy shit. Are you okay, Butterfree? Butterfree, you alright? Yeah, so that's basically it. So, this is, again, sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. I gotta put Butterfree's head back on. That's basically the end of this chapter of Stranded Deep in Conversation. And just general conversation episodes of the show on here as a whole. Again, the plan is to continue pretty soon, in like a month or so. I'm going to be back. It's either going to be this stupid idea I have with the video, like the Tate Night Talk Show, or it's going to be back on like a different survival game. I'm not too sure which one just yet. Depends on which one is a bit easier to figure out in the moment, just so I can at least continue it going. Because again, the main thing is I just want to keep doing this because I like this series idea. I think it's fun and I like talking. So I want to make sure that I can keep doing that. So I'm going to keep doing it. It's cool. I really need a pee suddenly. So I'm going to sign off now. And we're basically at dead air, so it doesn't really matter. I can cut through whenever I wanted to now. So thank you all, though, so much for tuning into the series and this season of the series. Again, it's not over just yet. But we are at an impasse. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Stranded Deep in Conversation, and I'll see you on whatever it happens to be next. Bye, everybody. You take care. Bye.